I am going to board the 12466 Ranthambore Express from Jodhpur Junction to Jaipur. Having some chai with the palace on wheels. Vande Bharat. Parallel action with Vande Bharat. Jodhpur Sabarmati. The official name of this train is the Intercity Express between Jaipur and Jodhpur. Unofficially, it's also called High Court Express. Completely shrouded by the fog is the Sambhar Salt Lake, also known as the Shakambri Jheel, India's largest inland salt lake. Morning everyone, welcome back to the channel. So this is the train journey that I was talking about. I am going to board the 12466 Ranthambore Express from Jodhpur Junction to Jaipur. That's going to be my destination for today. So Hitesh and I will be boarding our train. It's going to arrive here at 4:50. The last I remember, Ranthambore Express actually started from Jodhpur, but I think the train has been extended to Bhagat Ki Koti right now. So it's going to come from Bhagat Ki Koti and arrive here at Jodhpur at 4 hours 50 minutes. It's 4:35 on the clock, so maybe about 15 minutes more for our train to arrive. We are on the retiring room just above platform 1. So it will be an easy walk for us to just go down there. It's freezing. I mean, it's not as biting cold as Jaisalmer or maybe Udaipur, but it's definitely shivering. So without much ado, let's get you to the platform. I think there's a surprise waiting for us on the platform. This was a surprise. I remember spotting this train in one of the previous vlogs. That's the Palace on Wheels. Ji, dhanyavad. Having some chai with the Palace on Wheels. Spa car, Maharani restaurant, Jodhpur salon, Udaipur salon, kitchen. This train is literally the works. There is a Maharani restaurant and the Maharaja restaurant. I think the rake is going to get parked at Raikabag Palace Junction, after which the passengers will be taken out. When they wake up, they'll be taken out and taken for sightseeing into the city in their respective buses or whatever. I saw this rake last in Udaipur about a week ago. So our train is also expected on the same platform. This is meanwhile a train from home, the Yeshwanthpur Bikaner Express. Yeshwanthpur Bikaner Bi-Weekly Express, and it just got the starter. The train is leaving towards Bikaner. The Ranthambore Express with Ludhiana WD3 4D 40399. I thought we'll be getting a WAP7 for this journey, but I am happy that we are getting a diesel. Departing Jodhpur Junction, 5 o'clock, bang on time. The train on platform 3 is the one we saw in Barmed. Yesterday, that is. Not yesterday, was it? Day before yesterday, yeah. Barmed Jammu Tawi Express. I think the Barmed train undergoes a loco reversal here. And what a coincidence, that's the Jaisalmer train. Jammu Tawi Jaisalmer, the Barmed train's RSA partner. This is around 6 hours late. It should have come here last night. It is headed towards Jaisalmer. It's almost 6 hours late. And we are leaving Jodhpur Junction. Vande Bharat. Parallel action with Vande Bharat. Jodhpur Sabarmati. My goodness, I am lucky today. I am really lucky today. Okay, this is not the commercial movement, I guess, because if I remember correctly, that train leaves at 6. This is the shunting. Okay, at least I got a parallel action of the shunting. The Jodhpur Sabarmati Vande Bharat is getting shunted. I'm not planning to cover this early morning hour by the door or even by the window much, because one, it's too dark, so anyway the outside visuals won't be visible much unless we arrive at a station or something, and two, it's slightly cold to stand on the door in a moving train, given the temperatures are quite low and the wind is very chilly. It hits you hard, it's a very biting cold, so I don't want to risk it. I already have a blocked nose. I don't want to make it any worse than it already is, so I have such a huge window. Luckily, that's why I'm happy that we got a side lower here, and at least till the day breaks, at least till about 7:30, I'll try to cover maximum from this window itself. We are departing from our first scheduled halt, Raikabag Palace Junction. Banar. Pipper Road Junction. The line to Bilada bifurcates from here. We are supposed to be crossing the only Jodhpur Mandor Express here in Gotan or somewhere near this place, but that train is more than 1.5 hours late, possibly due to the fog near Delhi. So no scheduled crossing as of now, unless we get some late running train coming towards Jodhpur. So we have made an unscheduled halt at Jogimagra. The upcoming station is Mirta Road Junction, which is a scheduled halt for us. We have a very lively group in that bay. जब से ट्रेन चली है बस हंसी मजाक खेल कूद ही चल रही है, बाकी पूरी ट्रेन सो गई है. At least as far as this coach is concerned, बाकी पूरी कोच सो गई है, बस वो ग्रुप और मैं. हम जगह में. This station is so desolate. So the Yeshwantpur Bikaner Express, which departed just ahead of us, is approaching Mirta Road Junction. So that train will divert from Mirta Road towards Bikaner. So unless and until it is received in some platform, we won't be able to move from here. We won't get the starter from Jogi Magra. It's quite cold. It's 11 degrees. In this temperature, standing at the door in a moving train is either way not advisable. In this temperature, specifically not advisable. In the meanwhile, the Shalimar Express has already reversed at Jodhpur and it's right on our tail. But it will follow us all the way to Jaipur because its scheduled arrival at Jaipur is after us. So they won't allow it to overtake us. And moreover, Ranthambore is a high priority industry train, whereas Shalimar is a long distance train. Even if it gets delayed by a little, it will cover up on its way ahead. That is if the North Indian fog allows it to. I think we have been received on platform 1 of Mirta Road Junction. Yes, it is platform 1. There is some demo rake on platform 2. That is why only 2 platforms were available for use. So Mirta Road is a small junction. I mean, it is like the name suggests, it's a road station to Mirta city. So this junction has only 3 platforms, 3 operational platforms. There is a line from here that diverges towards Bikaner. Up until a few years ago, all trains coming from Jaipur side and going to Bikaner had to come here, reverse and then go to Bikaner, or that's what I think it was before the bypass line was constructed. But after the bypass line was constructed, even then trains used to reverse here because this had become an important halt. A lot of people used to get down here, board the train from here. That is when NWR constructed one platform on the bypass station. So that's called Mirta Road Bypass. So if you see that your train has a halt at Mirta Road but does not come to this main station, please understand that you have been booked till the bypass station. Alright, so I'll give the map and the graphical representation over this video so that you get a better understanding. People are sound asleep. I'm the only one who's awake like Batman. Complaint raise ചെയ്യാൻ ഞാൻ അവളോട് പറയും. ഓക്കെ, സോ പറഞ്ഞിട്ട് പിന്നെ നോക്കാം എന്ത് ചെയ്യാം. ഇത് എന്താ പുലിവാല പിടിച്ച കേസായല്ലോ ഇത്. ശരി, ഓക്കെ. So there is one line going there. I guess that is the line that goes towards Mirta city. Someone correct me if I'm wrong, but many years ago I think there was a small rail bus that used to operate between Mirta city and Mirta road. That is not in operation now, I suppose. Mandor Express. Keduli. Keduli. Rain, our next scheduled halt. Interesting, this station has starters asymmetrically. The starter for that line, the down line, is slightly further up in this direction. Starter for us is slightly away. I mean, they are not in the same level. Quite interesting. The platform 1 boards show 04852. अब ये क्या है भैया? Ratangad Merta Road Demo Special. That's 04852. Hey? That already arrived Merta Road yesterday night at 11:52. Oh my god, what's wrong with the display here at Ren? Jalsu. We are approaching Degana Junction. There is a line that bifurcates from here towards Ratangad and Churu. So the train that we saw last evening in Jodhpur, 22481 Jodhpur Delhi Saravilla Superfast Express, the train travels by this route. So it provides an alternative of sorts for passengers between Degana and Churu, maybe Degana and Ratangad, for an overnight option to Delhi. Actually, we were supposed to cross it here, but that train's running late, so it's still at this station called Badi Katu. That's about 25 kilometers from here, Badi Katu. So it's running quite late, about 1 hour late. So you can see some of these old boards that just went back, the painted boards, unlike the recent radium stickered ones. These boards have those interchange notes written over them. I think if you remember, we spotted one such board in Mavli Junction as well. They have those interchange directions written. So in this, there was this line which said Ratangad ke liye yahan train badle. So obviously the passengers who are passing through Degana could get down here and change trains to go towards Ratangad. Now of course there are direct trains which go from Jodhpur towards Ratangad. One such train being the 224882. So once upon a time this must have been some MGBG or just a huge MG junction. I'm not really sure of how the track was in the earlier days, but now it's one 4-platform BG junction with one line going towards Jodhpur. That's the line in which we came, and of course the line towards Jaipur in which we are heading right now, and the other line towards Ratangad and Churu. The sun is finally out. There is a thin layer of fog settling down on the ground. Looks like they are extending the platform, or repair works are going on, whatever. What is this? Borawad. Mostly platform renovation and extension works together. We are doing good speeds actually. We are maintaining a constant 100, 105 all throughout, occasionally hitting 110. So even this glass is cold. That pretty much explains the situation of the air outside, I guess. We are looping into Makarana Junction. So there is a small branch line that bifurcates from this station to a place called Parbatsar City, and hence the junction status to Makarana. We are supposed to be crossing Jaipur Suratgarh Express special. It's approaching. It's near Kuchman. So that extreme line which you are seeing there, which is going off straight, that is the one heading to Parbatsar city. And it travelled with us for quite some distance here. It almost reminds me of Kollam Junction, where the branch line towards Sengotai travels along the Kollam Kottayam main line, Kollam Kayankulam main line for quite some distance. That was the Jaipur Suratgarh Express special. Twin WDG 4D, 9000 horsepower for a short train. Usually people see this train with twin Alcos. Today it is going with twin WDG 4D. I think I'll inform Irfan, he might capture this in Bikaner. The twin Alcos have been spotted a lot. I don't know if he has ever spotted twin WDG 4D. He might have, but I'm not really sure. I might as well pass on the information to him. Up next is one special trains crossing, which is slightly away from us. So that train is about 9 kilometers from Kuchman city. We are about 10 kilometers from Kuchman city. I think the crossing will happen at Kuchman. Until then I'll get my camera battery charged, because after that there is one special region through which we will be passing, and for that I have to be at the door. There is it. 40082 Bhagat Ki Koti WDP 4B hauled Jaipur Jodhpur Intercity Express. I expected this crossing to happen here, as it is happening. This train has a very interesting nickname of sorts, an unofficial name. The official name of this train is the Intercity Express between Jaipur and Jodhpur. Unofficially, it's also called High Court Express. And this train runs according to the court timings. Like if you start in the morning from any place en route, any place between Jaipur and Jodhpur, you will be able to reach Jodhpur High Court in time when you are on this train. And in the evening, as soon as the court functioning gets over, you can board this train and come back to Jaipur. Like if you are fighting a case, or if you are a lawyer or anything like that, if you have any court related activity. I mean, that's how the popular word goes, that this train connects the state capital Jaipur to the High Court in Jodhpur in parallel with the court timings. So now this crossing is done. I need to continue charging my device. In some time we'll be coming up to a very important region, and I need battery for that. I need to cover that region. We are traveling towards Jaipur. I think by now many of you would have guessed what that region is. Those who have guessed it, please include it in your comments. Those who have not, just wait for it. Nava City, this is our next scheduled halt. You can see that the land is being leveled for the doubling of the track. This section between Kuchman city and Fulera is not yet doubled, primarily because it passes through the Sambhar Lake region. That's why I am at the door right now, to cover the passage of the train along the Sambhar Lake. The Sambhar Lake is also known as Shakambari Jheel. It It is India's largest inland salt lake. So it is located between Fulera Junction and Nava City. This train stops at Sambhar Lake station. So we have a scheduled halt there. Just prior to Sambhar Lake station, we will be passing right in between the salt pans. So to cover that is why I have come to the door. पूरा गेटअप वगैरह देख के समझ ही गए होगा. You know what I'm surprised at is the section between Kuchman and Jodhpur has already been doubled, and Fulera Jaipur was doubled long ago. I think it's maybe due to this lake's presence that they have not been able to double this section alone. So once the section is doubled, I think this will be the main line towards Jodhpur. Presently the track has just been laid on the concrete sleepers. It still has to be filled with ballast underneath, especially in some parts, after which it will be leveled. So this is Govindi Marwad. Concrete sleeper replacement, not laying. I think concrete sleeper replacement works are going on. The old sleepers, you can see them here, the brown ones, slightly oiled and soiled ones. The new sleepers are being taken. They'll be laid. That continuous honk fest was to ensure that the workers stay away from the tracks when the train is passing. Don't want anything happening to them. River, a very dried up river. Pure unadulterated diesel action. This one's for those people who keep saying electrics destroyed diesels, etc., etc. This clip is dedicated to you guys. Enjoy. vacated diesel section. I mean, as rail fans who are comparing electrification with adulteration. I mean, seriously, I don't know, somehow that doesn't seem to go well with me. I mean, what sort of a rail fan are you if you are comparing one aspect of railways with adulteration? You may love diesels, I'm not saying no, I'm fine, it's okay with that. But why do you want to compare that with adulteration, right? So, you either love Indian Railways for what it is or you don't. There are some hypocrites who curse this and sarcastically quip about electrification to no end. You know, their words, the posts, everything, they pull electrification down so much and still go and capture the same. I don't know what to even tell to those hypocrites. I mean, if you are watching this video, you know who you are. At least stop being a hypocrite. You don't like electrification, don't go capture it, right? Or don't stop cursing it. You're spreading, you're not doing anything but spread toxicity in social media. I mean, if that's what you want to do, if that's your intention, fine. At least be open about it. That you won't do, right? You won't have the guts to tell that I will curse electrification but I'll still go capture it. You won't do all that, right? I mean, I don't understand comparing electrification with adulteration and calling non-electrified sections as pure unadulterated diesel sections. It's okay, I mean, we have been through that phase. Now, I think it's time to move on, right? You don't have to accept it, you don't have to like it, but at least move on. Why do you want to keep cursing it? You want to, I mean, it only makes you an attention seeker, nothing else. In the meanwhile, I'll bring your attention to this. So, we are approaching the core area of the Sambhar Salt Lake. Completely shrouded by the fog is the Sambhar Salt Lake, also known as the Shakambri Jheel, India's largest inland salt lake. So we are approaching a station called Guda. Guda is also salt pan in this region, within the limits of the Sambhar Salt Lake. So you can see all those salt pans over there. A lot of rail fans I know have come here, have done rail fanning near this region. They have spotted trains. I'll see if I can request them get a couple of photos of the salt pan or how it looks like when a train passes through it. I mean, I will be going through it right now, but you might want to get an external perspective also, right? I'll see if I can request a few rail fans and include those photos over this video so that you get an idea of how a train looks like when it passes through the Sambhar Lake. Right now we are entering Guda station. This is also a salt pan. You can see that is the railway station and these are the salt pans right adjacent to the station. So we got a clearance and we are off towards the Sambhar Lake. In some time we'll be passing right through the salt pans. either the meter gauge or the narrow gauge line. There are two gauges here. I'm not sure which is that one in the foreground. Those rails are for the salt carrying trains. The small freight trains, you can see small mounds of salt being placed at different distances. Salt is being collected. So they use small freight trains to transport the salt to Sambhar Lake station, from where they'll be loaded onto the broad gauge freight trains. You can see some workers pushing a wagon there. I'm not sure if you're able to make it out. They are pushing a small wagon, a few workers, towards the salt pans. So, oh, I missed this one. You can see on this side a lot of flamingos over there in the distance. I think, oh god, okay, fine, here they are. I hope you're able to see them, friends. A lot of flamingos. Of course, this part of the lake is slightly dirty, slightly murky. On that side you can see a lot of them, huge flocks of birds. We are approaching Sambhar Lake station for our scheduled halt. So that's it. Goodbye to Sambhar Lake. Goodbye to the salt pans, the flamingos. A good old-fashioned cricket match. So we are entering Sambhar Lake station. So with this, the salt pans end. After this, it will be a short sprint up to Fulera Junction, where we will join the Ahmedabad, Ajmer, Jaipur, Delhi main line. After which, it will be a short sprint up to my destination, Jaipur, and this train will continue on its journey to Indore. Yet another derated alco, unfit for mainline passenger or goods duties. 013231 WDG 3A. I spotted one such loco yesterday in Jodhpur when we were waiting for entry into our dormitory. That was an ex-Kazipet loco, presently homed at Abu Road. This I need to check where it is from. Most of these alcos will be taken off mainline service soon. Sad to see them go, but we have to adapt and move on. What else can we do? Is that what I'm thinking it is? The process salt plant in Sambhar Lake. You can see a stone arch structure over there with something like a rail on top of it. So this may be the end point of those smaller gauge rails that come from, yes it is. You can see there, I don't know in the distance if you're able to make out, there are some wagons, salt carrying wagons. Okay, so this is where the train comes. Is there any loco to it? Loco. Not that I'm able to see. No, it's just the train. It's just the freight train. So that train over there on top of the trail, that's the one which brings the salt from the salt pans to this processing plant. Starter signal isn't working. Why? R matlab what? Is this a repeater signal? Acha, there's a mound over there. Ah, okay, there is our starter. That's the starter, and it's caution for us. We can go. You can see some more rails here. These seem to be broad gauge rails. Over there, one down, and one which ends here on top of this mound. Not the most well maintained of facilities, but I guess it makes do for what work they are doing. This might be enough for them. कौन सा हम यहाँ पे कल वंदे भारत चलाने वाले हैं. And there, that is the high-rise OHE line coming from Ajmer. There it is. WDG 4G and WAG 12 60017. So for the uninitiated, that's what is meant by high-rise panto. Normally you would see a panto at a regular height, which is because the OHE overhead electrification wire is at a much lower elevation. Here the need for high-rise OHE came because of the transportation of double stack containers. I'll share a couple of videos for your reference. So double stack containers means one container stacked on top of the other. Because of that, when this section needed to be electrified, they raised the elevation of the wire, OHE wire, and hence the need for the pantograph arm to reach that height also was warranted, because of which Favely came up with a new concept of including a single arm OHE pantograph. And I think Favely is one of the companies. I'm not sure of which other company manufacturer. I'll get the names. If I can get the names, I'll put it down in the captions. We're about 40 minutes late right now. Lastly, thanks to the hold-ups, the fog didn't cause much delay. We didn't slow down anywhere except for Sambhar Lake. Fog didn't cause much delay, mainly because of the hold-ups en route. We were delayed. Hold-ups due to the track works and other stuff. It's about 40 minutes late, so we should reach Jaipur maybe by around 10:30. 14095 WDM3A. King of the main line once upon a time, now relegated to shunting duties.
नहीं किया तो मैं कर देता हूँ. मैं बाहर था ना गाँव में. ओके.
अच्छा, अरे तो स्किप करती है. प्रताप ही है ना ये. कोलकाता बीकानेर बोर्ड तो है. जी, that was the Kolkata Bikaner Pratap Superfast Express. And that is the DFC bypass line. It doesn't go into Fullera Junction. It bypasses the entire station yard. I remember seeing one video of this place. It went quite viral on YouTube. This track connects to that bypass line. So we got ourselves a second round of breakfast. At least it's second round for me. I finished a packet of Oreo biscuits. That is samosa, kachori and some mirchi. That is the green chilies. Breakfast with a view. Kirnoda. असलपुर जॉबनेर. ये स्टेशन मालूम है रेल फैनक के तरफ बहुत फेमस हो गया है. ये बहुत सारी हाई स्पीड एक्शंस कैप्चर करने लोग दूर दूर से यहाँ आए थे. वहाँ पे एक मंदिर दिख रहा है, देखो वो सामने, वो छोटे से पहाड़ के ऊपर. वहाँ खड़े होकर के इस लाइन के स्टेशन से गुजरने वाले गाड़ियों का बहुत सारा क्लिप बनाया गया. डीजल के टाइम से
यहाँ रुकेगा?
यहाँ नहीं रुकेगा. वो मेन लाइन पे काम चल रहा है ना, इसलिए हमको लूप से निकालना है. प्लेटफॉर्म का काम चल रहा है ना. So I'm sure many rail fans who see this clip will remember this station. In their videos, the platform of Jobner was not so high. It's being raised now, and those works are due to which we are being diverted via the loop line. Platform elevation works are happening in Asalpur Jobner. Work in progress. Even the downline has a TSR of 30. देखता हूँ. डबल नहीं है. किलोमीटर. यहाँ से अभी 36 किलोमीटर की दूरी और बची है. Another spot which was frequented by many rail fans. This small abandoned cabin of sorts. Many rail fans who visited Assam's Jobner or even made it a point to look to this cabin. There is a speed restriction board of 115. My goodness. An S-curve that. There are quite a few videos of Asalpur Jobner and the S-curve. A lot of rail fans have visited this place right from the diesel days when there was no electrification. And quite a few high-speed action videos can be seen of this location. Trains coming from Delhi going towards Jodhpur, Bikaner, Ajmer and further towards Ahmedabad. All those trains have to pass this spot. Those are coming from Jaipur, that is. So their routes split at Fulera Junction. So before Fulera, this is one of the railway stations and road, and this used to be a high-speed even. Presently, track works are going on, so the speed has reduced. So if you want to see some of those old videos, just search for Asalpur Jobner on YouTube. You will get a lot of videos. Passing through the station from the temple, which I showed, taken from the temple in this small hillock of the S-curve and more. OHE rake parked in Kanakpura. Some freight is arriving. You can see the pantograph moving there on the other route. A Concord freight is arriving. It's not double stack, it's just single stack. Kanakpura is Jaipur's own satellite freight yard of sorts. All the freight wagon loading, the container stacking, everything happens here. There is a ICD right next to Kanakpura station yard. After this, the OHE elevation comes down to normal height. In Jaipur station, it's not high-rise OHE, it's normal height. You can see that's DG412193 of Bhagat Ki Koti, and this is WG1260179 of Saharanpur. You can see the OHE elevation has come down to the normal height. This will continue all the way like this till Rewadi outer. And after Rewadi, it's again high-rise OHE till a place called Vaidyanathan, right outside Delhi. Okay, there it is. I don't know if you're able to see it, friends. Over there in that corner, platform number 5, Ranthambore Express bound to Jaisalmer is standing. When I checked in where is my train app, it showed that this train had already departed Jaipur. And I was eagerly waiting for its crossing. Last time I visited Jaipur, it used to be an unwired territory, lot of diesel actions, and there was meter gauge here as well on the Jaipur Churu line, but now a lot has changed. WDB4 20099 of BGKT, Bhagat Ki Koti's own WAP7 39210. That is the Jaipur Bhopal Jaipur Asarwa Express. And apart from that, you also have the Ranthambore Express on platform number 5. Shatabdi Express is expected on platform number 3, and this is some RPM WAP7 hauled train on platform number 2. Which is this one? Chennai Jaipur. You can hear that honk, right? That is the Raniket Express departing from PF5. Bandra Jaipur. Oh, RPM WAP7 with Bandra Jaipur Express. We have reached my destination for this journey. The train will continue ahead towards Indore. It will go from here to Savai Madhopur, reverse over there, and from there onwards to Nagda for a second reversal. After Nagda, it will head towards Ujjain, and from Ujjain, it will go towards Indore. Now, let's see, there's a lot of crowd waiting to get down. Let's see if I can just hop down and quickly dash forward for a pick of the loco. The morning also I was not able to capture it, and now we are late. I don't know how many minutes he'll hold up the train. So hopefully I can get a quick snap before it leaves. Let's see. I don't know if you are able to see through all the dust, but this is the renovation plan or redevelopment plan of Jaipur railway station towards Sindhi Camp, Colony Road, and that is marked as the canopy, arrival FOB2, the auto parking exit, bus bay, gazebo, landscaping, gazebo, and lot of gazebos here and there. Pedestrian walkway, the existing building, and that is the mark. That flag is the marking of where we are presently with respect to the existing station layout. There are a lot of development works in plan. So we reached Jaipur at 10:30. We were about delayed by about 45 minutes, and it was an excellent run, barring the delay, which largely was due to the station works and the track works en route. That's fine. Still, 45 minutes is okay. We have the entire day ahead of us. I have nothing to do today. Hitesh is going to meet a few of his friends, and I'll have the entire day to just relax and maybe explore the Jaipur metro in the evening. It's a single line from one end to the other. Just take a ride up and down, maybe go for a walk or something. So I hope you enjoyed this train vlog, friends. This is the end of the first leg on the journey home. Our flight from Jaipur is tomorrow morning. I think I'll squeeze in a one day in Jaipur kind of vlog in between. I'll see what I can do about that. Thanks for watching. I hope you're enjoying the Rajasthan series. Please do drop in your comments, your opinions and suggestions below in the comment section. And I'll see you in the next one. Until then, take care, stay safe, and bye.